Hey, this is Don from Padlock Technologies again with a new video. This time we're going to be entering the Duo universe. Did a couple videos about Duo, and I want to introduce a new capability. Now, it may be new to you, has been out for a while. Most people, depending on who you actually use it or don't use it, there are some things that you got to look out for. We're going to discuss that today. But we are going to talk about using Duo for Windows login. Now, most people do when I use this or when I tell them about this feature, they didn't even know it exists in Duo. So again, this is a part of the Duo universe. So we're going to whiteboard it, talk about it a little bit, and then I have a machine over here down at the bottom here where I'm going to show you what it actually looks like. So Duo for Windows, I'm going to say Windows or Mac login. All right. So what does this look like? So basically, real simple. We have our machine here. Let's just draw a little stick shift computer. Then we'll have Duo over here. And then on this machine is going to be a piece of software running. We'll just say this is the Duo agent. Now it's not technically an agent. It's a Duo service, right? Now, if you did anything like any connect, that start before login, so kind of similar to that. But what ends up happening is you as the user, so I'm gonna just use a box for user. When you go to sign in to Windows or Mac, doesn't really, I haven't really tried this on Linux yet. What will happen is the Duo prompt will pop up on the screen at when you first try to log in, right? And what it's going to do is actually to do a Duo push. So what will happen is it will go to Duo. Now in Duo, there's an application that you have to set up first. So there is an application for this. And then what will happen is it will go to the API call. Obviously, you need to set up the API, the secret key, the integration key, and the secret value. And then what Duo will do is your typical just Duo push. The application will go back to you with a Duo push. So we're going to say this is the push. And then you, with your phone, will need to accept the push. All right. And then when you accept the push, so I'm just going to say here, accept the push. And then it will actually let you log in successfully. So this will be successful login. Now, I will tell you this, you need internet for this to work. And that's the big gotcha when I bring this up to people. They say, well, what if I don't have internet? Well, in the application, you can set up what they call offline access, right? And what this will do, it will allow you to enroll in offline access where it will give you a digit, and this will give you a passcode to put in. So they give you, I think it's like 6 digits. And if Duo, when you try to sign in, recognizes that you're not online, it will say, okay, give me the code that you're going to use. Now, usually you're going to use Duo application for that because when you do the first enrollment, it says enrolling offline access, and then you have to use a QR code. You scan it with the Duo app, and then you get your 6 digit code that you can use. Now, the key to this is it will give you 10 times to do this. All right, 10 times. But when you get back on the internet, it goes back to 10. So let's say if you did this, if you did the offline access twice for some odd reason, you just didn't have access, technically that would leave you with 8 retries, right? Now, when you get back online, it will go back to 10, right? It'll give you 10 times again. And it happens every time. So that's basically what it looks like from a theory standpoint. So let's look at it from what it looks like in real life on a Windows machine, on my lab machine. So I'm going to go ahead and switch the view here. So I'm going to grab my machine down here and let's turn this on. Oh, it's already on there. So hopefully y'all can see this. That is the login. Now I'm going to attempt to log in, and then you're going to see the Duo prompt. And by the way, I am on internet. If I can show that a little bit better. Over there, you see the internet is on. Now, let's log in here. Hopefully I don't fat finger anything from a login standpoint. So I'm trying to log in, and bam, there is Duo. Now I have to authenticate here before it'll allow me to get in. Now I do have my phone on me. At least I think I have my phone on me, which would suck if I did not have my phone on me for this demo, and I do. So here's my phone that I'm going to use, and I'm going to say, oops, that was a loud bang. Sorry for anybody that heard that. And we're going to cancel this because I'm going to send it to the other phone. So I should be receiving a push. And here's the push. Trying to do this with both hands is a little pain in the butt here. Here's my push that I just got. So I'm going to approve it. And now I'm in my machine. Okay. So that's what using Duo for Windows would look like. It's the same way on the Mac as well. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off, I'm going to log out again. I'm going to turn off the internet, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like when you have to, when you're using offline access. So let's go ahead and sign out of this real quick. I'm signing out. Looks like I need to update my phone because it's saying I'm on an older version right now. So we sign out. We're back to the login screen here. I'll go over here. This time, I'm going to turn off the internet. So now, the internet is completely off. If you can see that, the internet's completely off. I'm going to sign in again. But this time, the Duo service should recognize that I am not online. And what it should do is prompt me for a code. So this kind of answers the question of what, and there you go. So now, if you look up here, Duo is now asking me to put in a code to get into my machine. So let me put this code in here. And as you saw, it was saying, let's see, I think it's this one here. It was saying, hey, you have 10 times to do this. So I put the code in there, and after a while, there you go. I'm in my machine, even when I turned off the internet. So again, this is a cool feature that it does have its use case. This is for people who get their machines stolen, or they want to add some super extra security, like they want to add MFA to Windows logins or Mac logins. Now, if you have something like a MDM where you can wipe, making noise there, where you can wipe the machine if it gets stolen, great, you should have that as well. But this is an extra layer of security. So if someone did steal your machine, they can't technically log in unless they had Duo. They have their computer and the phone, and they can get the push or the code notification. So that's Duo for Windows or Mac login in a nutshell. Pretty cool technology. Most people, though, don't either know about it, or if they know about it, they're really cautious because they don't know how to set this up. And if you want something like this set up, there's going to be links in the description below. Let's have a conversation. I have a plethora of videos on here. Duo is one of the things that we can do. But if you need like network access control, firewalls, microsegmentation, ACI, NDFC, all that kind of good stuff, data center stuff, links in the description below. Let's have a conversation. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this brief video. I apologize for any banging or loud noise that you may hear in this video at this time. If you want to see more cool stuff like this, especially when we're starting talking about identity management or just security as a whole, please Don't forget to share, comment, like, and subscribe to the video below. My channel is growing. Send this on your socials so other people could come in. You never know. You probably see this video and say, I didn't even know we can do that in Duo, and you might implement this in Duo, which makes it a lot stronger for somebody to, hack into your machine. This is Don for Padlock Technologies again. Thank you, and have a nice day.